Hello, who wants to learn some more about some fascinating alien species? Today we are looking at The Gathering, the latest addition to the Galactic Collective, second only to humans, and one of the oddest of the sapient alien species that inhabit the galaxy. Unlike the rest of the sapient species, this species does not possess an individual physical body. Rather, they exist in much the same way that a mycorrhizal network exists beneath the forest floor, connecting all the different parts of their environment. Their homeworld circles a red giant and consists of dense, scrubby forests. While they're not particularly tall, they do have the high canopy of a rainforest and a very sparse understory, just like the rainforest. In this sparse understory is where the Gathering live. The Gathering consists of millions and millions of individual threads of the matter that serves essentially as their nervous system, and that's pretty much all they are. These threads gather in nutrients from the duff and detritus around them, all of the leaves and branches and twigs that the trees drop down and onto their forest floor, and as well as all of the bryophytes and epiphytes that live in the tree branches. There are very few species on their planet that would be considered animals, and most of the life being either plant-like or fungal in nature. While the individuals of the Gathering display some traits of fungus and some traits of plants, they are not either, having more animal-like individual cells, but again, existing as millions of tiny threads. In their sessile form, they can spread out and essentially communicate with an entire forest, acres upon acres. They twine with the roots of the trees and the plants and watch what is going on. However, they are capable of retracting the mass of tendrils, wrapping them around each other like the filaments in a light bulb, growing thicker and thicker until they are able to form more coherent, what would be considered ganglions, or even central brains in an animal. These do not house their intelligence, as their intelligence is dispersed throughout all of their tendrils. However, in this form, they can gather with them various mass from the detritus on the forest floor. If you see one moving around, you would probably mistake it for a motile leaf pile. They use these dead plant matter and sticks and leaves and twigs to form bodies when they want to interact with the other sapient species. They communicate with each other primarily through chemical signals, but they have adapted to audio communication as well because they were adapted to listen to the wind blowing through the trees to help them gauge the health of the upper branches of their home forests. They are very friendly and eager to communicate, but they generally do not explore the galaxy on their own merits. They did not have FTL travel, and generally they hitch rides with the Shatar to explore the galaxy, and they generally do this individually. They are, in fact, very individualistic and seem to have very little emotional attachment to either their homeworld or their own species. They are friendly with all the other members of their species, just as they are friendly with all the other members of the other sapient species, but they show very little preference. Some have speculated that this is because of their interconnected nature and the roots of the forest makes them rather feel a part of everything. Primary contention that they faced with the other sapient species has been their utter lack of a sense of privacy. They will send their tendrils into private quarters. They will interfere with private conversations and will report things that they've heard through what other species would consider eavesdropping. This has led to a few diplomatic incidents, but as everybody was usually genuinely sincere in their desire for a peaceful outcome, they were generally resolved peacefully. The Gathering are willing to cooperate with pretty much all the species and generally tend towards the natural sciences. And that is the natural history of the Gathering, from their homeworld to their interactions with the other sapient species. Leave a comment below telling me what you think. Hit that like and subscribe button, and go check out the link below the video to hear more stories of the Gathering and all of their adventures in Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote, a second book of human absurdity, available at Indiegogo. Go hit that link now. We Took a Vote. Available on Indiegogo for the month of October 2020 and available for in demand through November. Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote. Monty Python meets Star Trek in the second book of Human Absurdity, a short story collection that will have you chuckling for years to come. Humans Are Weird, We Took a Vote, available on Indiegogo. Go and get your copy now!